I'll stand right here, that's fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, so I don't know if I introduced myself earlier. My name is Bern. That's my real name too, B-R-N-D. Then I know you guys are known as Paper Pony.
Yes.
But how about each of you individually?
I'm Amber.
And Brian Mitchell.
Amber, Brian, pleasure to meet you. So the Paper Pony pair, may I call you?
Yes. So we are collectively the Paper Pony. So neither one of us individually is the entire thing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So for people watching, if you don't know who the Paper Pony is, it is a collective that makes these lovely shadow boxes, which I'm sure you've seen online on Reddit or whatever forum that you follow, because they're fantastic and they're pretty infamous and they spread really quickly. And I know they're absolutely beautiful, and they're also kind of a hot seller when it comes to conventions, because everyone's like, we got to get to the Paper Pony table before they sell out, because a handmade thing like this, get to that in a moment, a handmade thing like this sells really, really quickly. I mean, and you can't make that many of them within like a certain time frame, you know?
Yeah. It's a year's worth of work that we brought here today, so.
Yeah. I know some people were curious about what goes into creating them, and I remember I chatted with you once, and you actually have a machine that cuts paper from vector, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a cutting machine, and we do all of our artwork digitally. So we start out with a sketch, just a normal drawing, and once the drawing is complete, I'll take it into Illustrator and create a vector trace, and that's where we get all the colors applied to it. And once all the colors are picked out, we find the corresponding cardstock sheets that are the same colors, and we go ahead and cut them out sheet by sheet. That's the only reason that we're able to make as many boxes as we do, because if we were hand cutting it, we would have maybe 10 a year.
I know you've probably made over hundreds of the main six, right?
Yes, absolutely. And we try to vary it up with the main six too, because we always have like new iterations at the Power Ponies. Of course, season 4 brought us Rainbow Power, the Breezies. We have the gala dresses from season 1.
Oh yeah.
So like, there's so many different ways to do the main six, and that's what's really fun about it. At the same time, it's also kind of painful because there are 6 main characters.
Yeah.
So we can't have an incomplete set.
But it's nice that you keep it fresh and keep making new versions of the characters, like with glittery backgrounds or non-glittery backgrounds. I remember the first time I stopped by your booth, I didn't see a lot of incorporation of glittery paper, and then I remember you started posting ones that had the glitter. I was like, oh, this is new and improved.
Yeah, then that was much to my dismay at first, because I was so against glitter. Like, no, it's too robust, it's too gaudy, Like, I like to keep things subtle and flat.
Yeah.
I was like, you can never have too much glitter.
And
it's just gonna make it pop.
She has the right ideas.
I think it's fabulous.
Thank you.
Okay, so another thing that I wanted to make sure that's mentioned is during Bronycon 2014, during the charity auction, you guys had put together a really awesome, like, what do you want to call it, collaboration between 6 other artists?
Yes.
Which, let's see if I can name them. It's John Azeko, Leakfish, Jaded Jinx. Help me out, there's 2 more.
Cat Whitney.
Cat Whitney, that's right.
And Sophie Cabra.
And Sophie Cabra was the last one.
Yes.
And I mentioned Leakfish. Okay.
Yes.
And yeah, they were all awesome. I remember I saw them as you were tweeting them out as they started becoming done.
Yeah, we were trying to build as much buzz for them as we could. We actually contacted the artists back in November and December last year and just said, hey, we got this great idea for the charity auction. We want to do a 7-way collaboration. We want all of you to create one piece of artwork for your choice of the main 6.
And we gave them no boundaries.
So the only thing we told them is it has to be in a 12 by 12, and you have to make your artwork without gradients. So, if you're going to do shading, do cell shading, and we can translate that. So it just so happened like the 6 artists that we picked responded immediately with the one character they wanted, and every one of the main 6 were represented with no context.
That's awesome.
So it was completely serendipitous the way it worked out. It was absolutely perfect. And the artwork started trickling in. We went through the same process. We just took their artwork, traced it into vector, and then cut it out of paper. And the boxes that sold in the auction were the result.
Yeah, we did one for the artist, and then we did an entire collection for the auction. That's the only 2.
One person owns the entire collection, and then
each artist owns their contribution.
Which is awesome. That's awesome for the artist too.
Yeah,
like, that's really sweet of you guys to do that.
Thank you.
And
they were a lot of work too, because like a few of the artists really challenged us.
Oh yeah.
The Fluttershy and the Rarity specifically.
Jaded Jinx's Fluttershy, and then Pixel Kitty's Rarity.
Yes.
I remember they looked ridiculous with the spears and all
and
the floor in the
armor
background.
And the shin guards with the little ponies on them.
Yeah,
I think it was worth it though. They turned out fantastic. I remember I was also bidding, like in the crowd bidding, but
yes, I'm really happy that it turned out the way it did. Definitely.
But yeah, I don't remember if I mentioned as well, but it was 3,750, right?
3,250.
3,250?
Yes.
So 3,250. Like, that's a really grand sum.
Absolutely. I mean, I can't believe the generosity of like some folks that are able to, you know, to make that kind of contribution.
Yeah, the guy that got it was actually saying, I would have liked to pay, you know, less than my first car, but so he paid more than his first car for them.
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices for something that great, right?
Yeah, and I mean, it's a great charity to go to, too.
Yeah.
So.
So thank you guys for doing that, putting that together. Like, it's absolutely awesome.
Our pleasure.
It's going to be hard to top next year, though. I'm already kind of brainstorming, like, oh gosh, what are we going to do?
I'm expecting big things.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I guess it's going to have moving parts now.
Yeah, just like make it you could put like little clock things in there, or maybe like little gears that you can flip on so they rotate.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Or a metronome, maybe.
Yeah, really.
No,
like a dancing pony.
I do know that you guys take commissions as well because these are pretty popular. And if there's any way that anyone wants to look at your stuff or contact you, what's the best way?
We're on Facebook, Etsy, Twitter, DeviantArt. You can email us directly if you don't use any social networking. Our customs, we don't charge anything extra for. We price everything based on its own difficulty. And we'll give you your sketch and your mock-ups beforehand, so you know what it looks like before you can make a purchase.
Nice. So, I know you, from what I've heard, you guys are really pleasant to work with too. Like
Thank you.
The back and forth with the illustrator.
Try to make sure you know everything.
Yeah. Try to be as straightforward as possible.
So if anyone watching is interested in a lovely shadow box like this, you can look in the description below, and we'll have links there for you and everything like that. And other than that, thank you very much for doing this short little interview.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
you.
Appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure.
Thanks.